We have a project called Climate Bridge, which started in 2021 and has been funded by EA grants in order to study the impact of climate change on the health of bridges. It has involved team members from 4 institutions, namely Lusófona University, Laboratório Nacional de Engenharia Civil, Oslo Metropolitan University, and Infraestruturas de Portugal. We do think is that climate change has an impact on bridges. We have warnings of several projections to the future that can really compromise the health of bridges.
Well, I think adaptation is very important to the risk of climate change is mitigation, which is reducing the emissions of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, the human emissions, and the other is adaptation, is to adapt to a climate that, in the case of Portugal, is drier.
Transport infrastructure are one of the most affected by climate changes. So our roads, railways and bridges are really exposed to climate change, to extreme winds, to wildfires, to floods. If a road or railway or bridge is affected and you are unable to use it, it affects a lot of persons. It has an impact on the economy. The rest of the infrastructure managers are doing. They are collecting data, they're collecting information so that can change the regulations, change the way we build and design bridges, and even how we maintain bridges.
Not all bridges need to be prepared for extreme events, but the most important are not necessarily the biggest of them all. The ones that provide important communication, at least those should be designed with the utmost care in terms of durability, obviously, but also in being prepared for extreme events.
With climate change, you don't just have an increase of the average temperature, you have an expansion in the extremes, right? So you will have more extreme weather events causing landslides, causing flash floodings, which are obviously detrimental for bridges.
Local authorities are actually the territories that concentrate a lot of the negative environmental footprints because we concentrate operations, infrastructures, people, activities, etc. But we are also the territories where if these problems are solved, the biggest gains will be obtained. I believe that local authorities are actually the territory where the battle for sustainability will be won or lost. I would like to make an analogy to say that even though the topic today is about physical bridges, an event like this is also very important in building other kinds of bridges. So the bridges that come from sharing best practice, the bridges that come from contacts, connections, human bridges. And these are just as important as the physical bridges.
I really hope that this seminar can help the Portuguese authorities to come up with cost-effective adaptation measures.